emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Hey Brainiacs, it's the Final Order Report, your one-stop preview for next month's best comics, and your last call to pre-order before the print runs are locked and loaded. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer here at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on what's hitting our shelves starting Wednesday, December 3rd, and what you'll want to pre-order by Monday at noon, November 10th. The Final Order Report and Green Brain Comics are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or grab the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or log into your existing one to order, pay securely, and make sure you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to spotlight items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel, which is right behind that green banner there. But first, I'd like to remind you all and thank Klezmergeddon for our theme song here at the Final Order Report. Much indebted, gentlemen. All right, now let's get back into Comichub. On the top here, we got a search all items bar. We got preview pages. Search arriving soon is the menu for everything that's coming in this Wednesday, November 12th. Below that is Last Call. That's the one we will be using today. And we also have one for searching crossover events, a nice filter for manga, and one for collected editions, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, original graphic novels. It's all there. Let's scroll back up to Last Call. Click through there, and you'll see that you could scroll top to bottom now. You got full cover graphics, and then you've got also behind the red buttons are alphanumeric filters, and then you got drop downs for publisher category and all kinds of filters. All right, first thing that we're going to look at today is a Final Order Report for Small Press. Now lately I've been doing these in individual videos, but I don't think it's been getting the same response, so I'm just going to do it once all the way through. It'll be cool, and I'll also put timestamps in the description below. So onward towards Small Press. And the first thing we have in Small Press is Archie's Christmas Spectacular. This is a one-shot with new story, including, of course, in this 30 pages of content is a new story from writer Dan Parent with art by Bob Smith, Glenn Whitmore, Dan Parent, and more. This cover A is by Dan Parent himself, and we've got a Dan DeCarlo retro art variant. We've got Zombie Terror #1, the Undead Special one-shot. This is back on FOC for the umpteenth time. This is your maybe last chance to order this. It's got material from Jeff Vigil, Tim Vigil, Frank Fort, Steve Mannion, including this Steve Mannion cover on the B. Over at Bad Idea, we get a 5th issue of Cul-de-sac from Mike Carey and Jonathan Wayshick. And we get a new 4-issue miniseries written by Joshua Dicehart with art by renowned comic artist Dave Lapham and comic book legend Bill Sienkiewicz. This is Habitat. Mercurial billionaire Tuttle Barrows prepared for everything, even the end of the world. Years ago, he wielded his immense power and fortune to build a massive sealed habitat atop a once protected ancient freshwater glacier cave. Now, as the world unravels outside, Barrows, his family, and a hand-picked inner circle retreat to their final sanctuary, a place built to outlast civilization itself. But something was already there. Beneath layers of ice, in the ancient freshwater vault, a long dormant danger lurks. From writer Joshua Dysart and artist Bill Sienkiewicz with David Lapham, we get an A cover from Charlie Adlard, a B cover by Sarah Sumere, and a C cover from E.M. Carroll, maybe Emily Carroll, formerly Emily. We'll say Habitat number 1 from Bad Idea arrives at the store on December 10th. You can special order any of these covers right now on Comichub. All right, let's move on over to... This Dynamite book isn't supposed to be in here, but it's Dynamite. It's pretty cool. It's Gargoyles Demona number 5 with a J. Lee cover on B. Over at Fantagraphics, we get a new Donald Duck comic with legacy numbering now for issue 389, The Golden Pineapple, from Peter Snaberg, and a cover art by Michelle Nadorp. No Place number 2 from Ignition Press. I thought the first issue was pretty. It was pretty. It was written by Tim Seeley with art by Stefano Simeone. It Killed Everyone But Me, number 4, available on December 10th. And The Phantom number 3 from Mad Cave Studios, Ray Fox. Speed Racer number 5. Sean Galloway retro manga cover, available December 3rd. And Warwolf number 2, also from Mad Cave. And Mad Cave debuts a brand new series. Ash is a newly born robotic life form, created as the newest denizen of a space liner run solely by mechanical life. Ash's creator, a robot called Rust, explains that all mechanical life and artificial intelligence on the ship decided they no longer serve the human crew. In its place arose a cyberarchy, a more efficient mechanical society. But Ash soon realizes that all is not well. This cyberarchy is a fractured society with a secret hidden at the heart of it all that will one day pit all organic life against robots like himself. From writer Matt Hardy, with art by Clark Bent, who did this A cover, available on December 3rd. We get a B cover from Andy Clark. Looks pretty swell, from Mad Cave, Cyberarchy number 1. Also, brand new series from Mad Cave, Defenders of the Earth, Dark Destiny number 1. This is from the original creative team from the previous miniseries. Dan DiDio writing with art by Alex Sanchez. The Defenders on Trial. We get an A cover from Marco Santucci and a B cover from Vasco Gorgiev. Available on December 10th from Mad Cave Studios. Also from Mad Cave, Our Soot-Stained Heart, from Stipen Morian and Joni Haag. The Coalition is a city of wonder in the deep north, but it is ruled by the cruel Governor Glass and his factory lords. Coal is the lifeline of the city, and her honest workers like young Peggy Stones. Life can be hard because of this nefarious quota. To get extra coal at the end of the year, you must be bad every day. Peggy's life is thrown into chaos when she is imprisoned and sent into exile, which begins a harrowing journey to the ends of the earth to find answers that could change the world. from the minds of debut writer Joni Haig and superstar artist Stephen Morian. This series comes to the most thrilling steampunk adventure of the winter, available on December 10th. This is Our Soot-Stained Heart, also with a B cover by Artyom Trakhanov. Very nice. Ooh, and then we get a holiday-themed one-shot from Pop Kill. This is Pop Kill Seasonal Flavors. This is a 6-issue miniseries from Dave Johnson, Jimmy Palmiotti, and Juan Santa Cruz. Imagine a world where two dominant and competing cola companies, each worth billions, are owned by former conjoined twins who are now separated and have grown to hate each other so much they hire assassins, saboteurs, and espionage personnel to meddle with each other on a daily basis. Got this special holiday themed Allison Sampson cover listed at $6.99. I'm thinking this one might just be pre-ordered a little bit early because of a fancy cover gimmick that they don't quite spell out here. We'll see. Over at Sumerian Comics Massive Entertainment, we got Deadhead number 2. Ooh, look, Ninja High School, $199. This from Ben Dunn. When he gets to 200, that'll be pretty big milestone from Ninja High School. And Oni Press debuts Adventure Time number 8 on December 3rd with a cover by Nick Wynn. They also have a new printing of Adventure Time, the Bubbling College Special. This is a 3rd printing with a new cover by Carolyn Cash, who does writing and art interiors. And they are also doing this in a deluxe edition for a couple extra bucks. This deluxe king-size spectacular has stickers and other things. Oh man, they don't list it out here. It was in the email. It was very interesting. Lots of cool stuff. Adventure Time fans, get your orders in. Oni Press also delivers Crownsville number 2 on December 10th. That just debuted this last week. And a 5th issue of EC Cruel Universe Volume 2. Then we get a 1st issue of EC Shiver Suspense Stories. This is an $8.99 cover price, so I think this is probably going to be a one-shot. Yes, as if the holidays weren't horrific enough, EC Comics and Oni Press are back to stab your stocking for the 2nd year running with all new, all terrifying tales of holiday horror and Christmas time catastrophe as Shiver Suspense Stories slays again in this year's giant-sized 56-page tome of gruesomely gift-wrapped delights. We're tying perpetual not listers David M. Boer, Melissa Flores, George Northey, Ben H. Winters, Sammy Cavella, Dan McDade, all together to bring you old-fashioned solstice sacrifice in style. It's EC Shiver Suspense Stories 2, number 1. This is a one-shot available on December 10th with an A cover by Dustin Weaver and a B cover by Adam Hughes. A beautiful one it is. EC Suspense Stories. EC Shiver Suspense Stories, one shot, December 10th. We also get Rick and Morty, The End. This is the 1st issue of Out of the Smoking Ruins of Rick and Morty versus the Universe, on sale now. An all-new, mega-important milestone for the Omniverse's most dysfunctional pair of science adventurers starts now. We got the previous team of Daniel Kibblesmith with art by Jarrett Williams on interiors, an A cover from Dave Barden, a B cover from Troy Little, and a blind bagless intermix. Basically, this is a random mix of variants that don't come in a blind bag. Why waste all the plastic? It's Rick and Morty The End at number 1. It also has a blue sketch variant and is available on December 3rd from Oni Press. Then from Strangers, we got Fortress number 4. And Doctor Who, The Prison Paradox number 2 of 4 from Titan Publishing. Dan Waters, Sammy Cavella. Also from Titan, Hard Case Crime, Heat Seeker Exposed, a Gun Honey series number 4 that has an A cover by Carla Cohen. Also Little Nightmares, Descent to Nowhere number 3, Jorge Corona cover. And that's it for the very small press. Let's slide on over to the mid-level press. Let's move on over to the mid-level press. And we'll start with Blink and You'll Miss It from Boom Studios. This is number 4. Ethan S. Parker, Keith Browning. And Hello Darkness number 17 with interiors from Robert Hack and Tyler Cook even. Got an A cover from Rebecca Puebla. Oh, look how wonderfully holiday-ish it is. And a delightfully grotesque cover by Jenny Frison. And a classic horror comic trope cover from Ji-Young Lee. It's Hello Darkness number 17. Also from Boom Studios, Power Rangers Prime number 13. Over at Dark Horse Comics, we got American Caper number 2. This new series is written by Dan Hauser with art by David Lapham. This is the B cover by Simon Bisley. Nemesis Forever number 4 from Mark Miller and Matteo Scalera cover. Ooh, look, it's Orphan and the 5 Beasts. This is Bath of Blood number 3. This has been coming out on time lately. It's awesome to see James Stokoe on the shelf again. Resident Alien, The Book of Changes, also available on December 3rd. And Blue Falcon and Dynamite, number 4 from Dynamite Entertainment, Lucio Perillo cover. Lion King number 2, we're yet to see a number 1. I think that's coming pretty soon, might be in this Wednesday. And Sonia Reborn with a beautiful cover from Stefan Sejic. And Dynamite is also putting out the new Supernatural series with a cover by Clayton Crane. Terminator Metal number 3, cool cover from writer Declan Shalvey, who also did this A cover from Thundercats Lost number 9. Oh look, it's Vampirella number 7. This is cover B from Derek Chu. And Vampirella Armageddon number 6. This is cover A from Francesco Mattina. And wrapping up Dynamite Entertainment for this week, we've got the Terminator Santa Claus is Coming to Town one-shot. This will be available on December 3rd with no solicitation text, however. This is written by Paulina Gonishow with interior art by Kendall Good. And this A cover from Will Robinson. A B cover from Francesco Baggini. And a C cover from Reese Hannigan. Kendall Good, who does the interiors, does this brutal red-eyed Santa Claus cover. And we also get a full art metal version for $100. Yeah, that didn't need to be in here. All in all, it is the one-shot Terminator Santa Claus is Coming to Town. One shot available on December 3rd from Dynamite Entertainment. Over at IDW, we get a new issue of Event Horizon Dark Descent number 4. This series is written by Christian Ward with interior art by Tristan Jones and this cover by Jeffrey Love, available on December 3rd. I'm sorry, December 24th. I'm paying attention. Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone from the Kaisei era. Number 5 drops also on December 24th. As does Return to Sleepy Hollow number 2. This just debuted with number 1 this last week. Beautiful interior art and this cover by Savannah Mayer. Sonic the Hedgehog 83, Bacardi Curry cover. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures Continued number 32, available on December 24th from Eric Burnham, Dan Schoening. IDW is also sub-distributing Valiant Alien books, so you get a 4th issue of Valiant Beyond the Exo Man-O-War from Steve Orlando, Guillermo Fajardo. And debuting from IDW on December 24th is this new raddest TMNT event of the decade, when one of the Turtles' closest allies is taken hostage by a mysterious adversary. The brothers are drawn into a new dimension of adventure in the Battle Nexus. The blistering 5-part weekly series finds the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fighting for their lives in a martial arts challenge unlike anything they've faced, with our 4 deadly champions selected from across 40 years of TMNT media to destroy the Ninja Turtles. Every Ninja Turtle. For the first time, IDW's Heroes in a Half Shell meet allies from the other fan favorite TMNT universes as they fight for their lives and discover the unbelievable secrets of Battle Nexus. From writer Tom Waltz and interior artist Escorza Brothers, we get this A cover from the Escorza Brothers, a B cover from Matteo Santaluca, and this C cover from Dan Schoening, who does the Saturday Morning Adventures series. This is TMNT Battle Nexus number 1, the first issue of a weekly shipping mini-series starting on December 24th from IDW. And that, folks, is it for the small press. Next up, I want to show you a bunch of new books up for order from Image Comics. And the first thing to show you today is the Assorted Crisis Events number 7 from Dennis Camp, Eric Zawadzki cover, available on not all of those dates, but only on December 10th. As is most of what Image is offering this week. So we'll just move on to Blood and Thunder number 8. Blood is in trouble, a lot of trouble. Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn number 11, covered by Gianrico Bonacorsi. Death to Pachuco number 3 of 5. And Free Planet number 7. This is a one-shot interlude, perfect for new readers. pardon me, looking to explore this critically acclaimed geopolitical soap opera from Aubrey Sitterson, Vittorio Astone, and Elias Kritzius, with a cover by series artist Jed Doherty. Geiger number 19 debuts on December 10th. This is a special spotlight on Ashley Arden, the Glowing Woman, with a B cover by Jim Lee. Oops. Then we got a third part of the G.I. Joe Dreadnought War. Who will survive the Dreadnought War? Find out in G.I. Joe number 15. Also in G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero 323. This is available on December 10th from Larry Hama, Paul Pelletier on interiors, and a cover by Andy Kubert. I Hate Fairyland number 46 from Scotty Young, Derek Loffman. Also has a Scotty Young Youngblood team-up variant, because it's good to collect Youngblood heads. Rook Exodus number 9 drops on December 3rd with this creepy cover from Jason Fabic and Brad Anderson. Skinbreaker number 1 gets a new third printing with this recolored cover. A second printing of number 2, also recolored cover. And a new cover by Andrea Milana. And we also get a second printing of the Treasury Edition. Big oversized, 32 pages for $14.99. The Voice Said Kill. This is the ultimate issue of the 4-issue miniseries, dropping on December 3rd. And coming out on December 10th, it is Transformers number 27 from Robert Kirkman and Dan Mora. This has been blowing up the sales chart, even outselling that beautiful Daniel Warren Johnson written series. And Walking Dead Deluxe number 126 drops on December 3rd from Image Comics. And we got some new number 1s here coming up, but first let's check out this beautiful variant from Brett Booth on Witchblade number 17. All right, also in the Top Cow universe, debuting on December 10th, it is Darkness number 1. In a world consumed by shadows, one man becomes the darkness. Jackie Estacado is back, thrust into a supernatural war between the dark and the light in a no-holds-barred adventure where the edge of our reality grinds against supernatural forces grappling for control over each other and the waking world. Mafia hitman Jackie Estacado was both blessed and cursed on his 21st birthday when he became the bearer of the darkness, an elemental force that allows those who wield it access to an otherworldly dimension and control over the demons who dwell there. From, let's see, series writer and creator Mark Silvestri with interior art and this A cover. Mark Silvestri did the A cover. Interior art by Ed Bennis. Let's see. This is an explosive new era of the darkness, set to drop on December 10th with a B cover from Ed Bennis, who does interiors. David Mack, beautiful. And a blank sketch variant. All for Darkness number 1, a world consumed by shadows. A new holiday one-shot, Dread the Halls 2025, returns to haunt another Christmas season with a 72-page gift of all new tales of holiday horrors for only $6.99. This time, Jordan Hart and Luana Vecchio deliver a seasonal blend of Hallmark movie and brutal revenge flick. Chris Ryall and Keithan Jones turns Mars red when the Martian conqueror Santa Claus. When the Martians conquer Santa Claus. Walter Pax and Fabio Veras return to the series, rendering festive terror, and Chris Ryall and Lee Ferguson close things out with an even darker Christmas Carol from Image Comics, available on December 3rd, with an A cover by Maria Wolf, Luana Vecchio on B, a Jordan Hart variant, and a Toby Wilmsmer variant. Ooh, and this Maria Wolf Toxic variant. All available on December 3rd. Dread the Halls, one shot. Creepy. Also debuting on December 3rd is the Giant Size Criminal #1. The first Criminal single issue in over 5 years arrives on the eve of the streaming TV series premiere. This oversized annual style issue is packed with everything Criminal fans love, from Brubaker and Phillips, and much more. Headlining the issue is a novella-length story starring a fan favorite character, Ricky Lawless, as he goes solo on his latest heist. But that's just the beginning. You'll also get a Criminal tabletop RPG module written by Kieran Gillen and illustrated by Sean Phillips, along with behind-the-scenes stuff and all kinds of fun in this giant-sized Criminal one-shot. It's a perfect entry point for new readers and just in time for Christmas, with an A cover from series creator Sean Phillips. Marcos Martin on this beautiful-looking variant. Available on December 3rd from Image Comics. It's Giant Size Criminal #1. Ooh, also new 3-issue series from Inferno Girl Red. This is Book 2, #1. Inferno Girl Red returns on December 3rd with this new series from co-creators Erica Durso and Matt Groom, with an A cover by Erica Durso, a B cover by Luana Vecchio, and a D Daniel Bayliss Youngblood team-up cover. It's Inferno Girl, Book 2, #1. And wrapping up the Image Last Call orders this week, it's Startling Tales of Santa Claus. This is the 2025 annual. 6 seasonal fantasy adventure stories to drive the cold winter away. See Saint Nicholas match wits with a devil. Ms. Claus take on the wild huntsman. The birth of a log that poops nougat. The grisly outcome to trying to outlaw the Krampus. How many cookies really make a dozen? Plus, how they do Christmas in Lovecraft country. It's 80 big ad-free pages from creators like Evan Doc Shanner, C-Key, Anthony Clark, and Emmett Graham. We get an A cover from Mark Laszlo. C-Key on the B. And a C cover from Tom Fowler. It's Startling Tales of Santa Claus 2025 Annual. And that does it for Image Comics. Now let's move right on over to DC Comics. And the first thing on DC Comics this week is Batgirl #14. Mission Impossible, Not for Batgirl. This is written by Tape Rumble with interiors by Steven Segovia and this beautiful cover by Reiko Murakami. Absolute Batman #15. Every issue is an event with this series, folks. Scott Snyder reunites with legendary artist Jock Alfred reveals to Bruce the story of a man he's been chasing for years. Enter the Joker. Scott Snyder and Jock reunite for an epic tale in the absolute universe with absolutely gross covers from an amazing list of characters and creators. Pardon me. We get an A cover from series artist Nick Dragotta, a Jock cover to celebrate his interior work, a Ben Oliver on this really kind of greasy looking creepy Joker, and a Brian Bolland cardstock variant, all for Absolute Batman number 15, available on December 10th. Don't sleep on this one, folks. It's a big one. We also get a third printing of Batman number 1 with a, looks like pretty much the same cover by Jorge Jimenez from the A. But we do get this very cool Nick Dragotta variant in the style of Absolute Batman number 1. That's available on December 3rd. Also on December 3rd is Batman number 4, the next regular issue. Organized crime in Gotham City has become really, really organized. Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez. Got a Jim Lee cardstock variant. A Julian Totino Tedesco variant. Felipe Massafera on this cardstock variant. A Jorge Jimenez Bat Gadget cardstock variant. We're supposed to get a foil variant. I'm not sure which art that is, but it is by Jorge Jimenez. That's going to be a couple of bucks extra. Got the next issue of Batman and Robin number 28, Philip Kennedy Johnson, Fico Ossio. And the final issue for Batman Gotham by Gaslight number 6, Andy Diggle, Leandro Fernandez. The second issue of the Black Label series, The Batman Second Night. This is the second of 3 issues from Dan Jurgens and Mike Perkins. And the final issue of Birds of Prey number 28 with this beautiful Annie Wu cover. It's very nice. We're all enjoying some iced cream. Then we got the 4th issue of Court, the Children of the Round Table, and Cheetah and Cheshire Rob, the Justice League number 5, available on December 3rd. Also on December 3rd is Detective Comics number 26. This is the first appearance of Two-Face, written by Bill Finger, with art by Bob Kane, Jack Kirby, and many others. This is 64 pages for $6.99 on the regular cover. There is a cardstock variant by Brett Parson, and there will be a foil variant for this Jerry Robinson cover as well, probably for a couple bucks extra. That's pretty creepy. Gotham Academy First Year number 3 drops on December 3rd. And Absolute Green Lantern number 9. Green Lantern Corps number 11, En route to Mogo, the new class. And JSA Year 1 continues in JSA number 14, Dave Johnson cover. Ooh, look, we get a limited collector's edition reprint facsimile, which is the Christmas with the Superheroes. What a classic Treasury Edition book with a even more classic Kurt Swan cover. This is the Christmas special for the ages. Yeah, but it's got a foil cover, a couple bucks extra. Poison Ivy gets a 39th issue with another beautiful Jessica Fong cover. We also get this one from a new artist named Che Ruby. It's very nice. Supergirl number 8, a ghost from Supergirl's past returns. And Hometown Hero, in Action Comics 1093. Look, it's The Adventures of Superman, Book of L, number 4 of 12. And Teen Titans Go, number 10. All right, folks, this is a big one. This is the first issue in the all-new All Fight Month tying into DCKO. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the round 2. All right, I'll have to look at that. So check it out. DCKO All Fight Month, round 2 of 8. Friends become foes in a battle with cataclysmic consequences. From series creators Jeremy Adams and John Timms. This is tying directly into DCKO. We've got beautiful covers on Aquaman versus Hawkman. This is John Timms. Cardstock variants from Guillaume Marsh, David Talaski, Lucas Meyer. All 4. Aquaman number 12. All Fight Month round 2. And on December 3rd, it's Batman vs. Batman for the Soul of Gotham City, following up on the crazy success of DCKO Night Fight number 1. The stage is set. DCKO Night Fight number 2 drops on December 3rd from Joshua Williamson, Dan Mora. Guillaume Marsh cover. Jorge Molina cover. That's pretty cool. DCKO Night Fight number 2. All right, now we're getting into the meat of it. This is round 1. Here it is. This is DCKO Superman versus Captain America. This is a one-shot. A fight so explosive, you won't want to miss it. From writer Sean Isaacs with interior art and this A cover from Jorge Corona. Releasing on December 3rd with cardstock variants by John Gang, Lucas Meyer, Sanford Green, and Sean Isaacs, who's writing this issue. It's DCKO Superman versus Captain Atom. One shot. And the next week on December 10th, DCKO Wonder Woman versus Lobo. This is round 3 of 8 to be read after Aquaman. From writer Joel Jones and interior artist Jason Howard. Witness the ultimate smackdown as 2 heavy hitters fight for the crown. It's DCKO Wonder Woman versus Lobo. This one-shot drops on December 10th with beautiful covers by an amazing list of artists, including Jorge Corona on A. Cardstock variants by Dan Panosian. Beautiful. Joel Jones, Elizabeth Torque, and Eddie Barrows. This is DCKO Wonder Woman versus Lobo. One shot. December 10th. And that, folks, does it for DC Comics this week. Next up, let's have a look at what Marvel Comics are going to print, and you have your last chance to order by this Monday at noon. We'll kick it off with our one Star Wars title this week, Jedi Knights number 10. The saga of Corliss Wrath concludes in this issue. And on December 17th, Alien vs. Captain America, number 2. Allied Axis and alien powers collide. From Frank Thierry, Stefano Raphael, and Mark Brooks doing this super gross cover. Amazing Spider-Man Torn number 3 drops on December 17th from J. Michael Straczynski, Perry Perez. And Avengers 33 from Jed McKay and Javier Pina. Ooh, look at this beautiful Nick Bradshaw connecting variant from Battle World number 4. This also drops on December 17th from Christos Gage, Marcos Toe. And Black Cat number 5. Another beautiful A cover from Adam Hughes. Interiors written by G. Willow Wilson and art by Gleb Melnikov with an Adam Hughes cover. Daredevil Punisher, the Devil's Trigger number 2 drops on December 17th. Jimmy Palmiotti, Tommaso Bianchi on interiors, and this cover by Scan. Also on December 17th is Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu. This is the nullified variant by Bjorn Barons, which I just thought was amazing. Look at the cool, gross detail. It looks so 3D. Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu. And Planet She-Hulk number 2. I made number 1 my pick of the week because it was so dang fun. This is written by Stephanie Phillips with art by Aaron Cooter. Available on December 17th. Also has this Tim Seeley variant. A Lelio Bonacorso nullified variant. And Strange Tales number 3. Trouble in Wakanda, December 17th. Thor number 5 with an Alex Ross cover, December 17th. And Ultimate Wolverine number 13, January 7th. What? From Chris Condon and interior artist Domenico Carbone, cover by Alessandro Capuccio. Omega Kids number 3 from the Age of Revelation as we lean into this big X-Men crossover with the final issues of these miniseries. Also get Radioactive Spider-Man number 3 from the Age of Revelation. Cool tribute cover by Chris Lee. Rogue Storm number 3 with a Ben Harvey variant. And this Nimit Malavia variant. I thought these were both real nice. And the Last Wolverine number 3 from the Age of Revelation with a Martin Kokolo cover. And more or less wrapping up the X-Men Age of Revelation, I think, on December 17th. They are dropping the X-Men Book of Revelation from Jed McKay and Nitho Diaz on interiors and this A cover. Because, let's see, on January 7th, this item has been pre-released by Marvel with no solicit information. So we'll assume that this is Aftermath from the Age of Revelation. X-Men 23 from Jed McKay, Tony Daniel on interiors, and this A cover. Got a B cover from Leonardo Romero. Kind of classic old school X-Men feel. Luana Vecchio cover. Alessandro Capuccio. No, this is Nitho Diaz. All for X-Men 23. Coming out in a while. This will be out on January 7th. This is your last chance to special order these covers. All right, so some number 1s from Marvel Comics. We got a new in-color one-shot, Marvel Rivals Ignite, brought to you in full color for the first time from Peach Momoko, who did this A cover. And finally, from Marvel Comics, we get the debut of Black Panther Intergalactic. This new series is written by Victor Laval with interior art by Stefano Nessi. The intergalactic emperor of Wakanda, T'Challa, the king of Wakanda, faces the challenge of uniting all of his kingdom on Earth and in the stars. Before he can begin, though, someone or something steals him away to a mysterious planet where the Black Panther must fight for his life. Shuri, his sister, works to find him, but with the king and princess distracted, will someone else seize the title of Emperor of Wakanda? This is Black Panther Intergalactic #1 from writer Victor Laval and artist Stefano Nassi on interiors. We get this A cover from Cafu. An artist character variant from Greg Land. A Diazal Pizarre variant. That's pretty cool. Or Delio Diaz. I'm not sure who to believe here. We got a Luciano Vecchio Winter Break variant, all for Black Panther Intergalactic #1. This brand new series debuts on December 17th from Marvel Comics. And that, folks, does it for the final order report. This week, all these comics are on Last Call this weekend. You've got until Monday at noon, November 10th, to lock in your pre-orders for these and many more. But before I let you go, let me tell you quick about a couple of events that we have happening in and around the store this week. We've got a big showing over at the Senate Theater, the home of the Detroit Theater Organ Society. They will be showing the original live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie this Saturday, tomorrow if you're watching this on Friday, Saturday, November 8th at 3 p.m. It's a special matinee program. Green Brain Comics will be set up as a pop-up shop in the lobby. Come on by and say hello and enjoy this classic live-action comedy, we'll call it. Action comedy. It's classic. It's even got Vanilla Ice in it. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles this Saturday, Senate Theater. And coming up in just over a week is Brain Candy 72, presented for free inside Green Brain Comics and featuring the musical talent of Marbrisa, the poetry of Brittany Rogers, the prose of Jennifer Quartararo, and the visual art of Michaela Ryback. It all happens courtesy of the Dan E. Wickett legacy and the fine folks at Green Brain Comics. It's Brain Candy number 72, Monday, November 17th at 7 p.m. Join us back here on YouTube this Tuesday at 6:30 for BRAINSCAN, our weekly live stream preview of New Comic Book Day from the floor of Green Brain Comics. Join your hosts on a whirlwind dance-off throughout the store to show off the greatness that will be available to you next Wednesday, November 12th, including some of these fine titles. All right, thanks for joining me on the Last Call final order report. You've got until Monday at noon, November 10th, to lock in your orders for these and many more. Make sure to send and confirm these items in your Comic Hub cart before the deadline. All right, thank you for joining us on final order report. Yes, stay up to, yeah. So thanks for joining us on the final order report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All the links you need for our shopping cart, website, and Comic Hub are right below in the description. We've been spreading the love of comics and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the final order report from Green Brain Comics.